Good morning, Paramount. A quick intro to morning announcements today. I want everyone to know that this is fiction. The purpose is to entertain you as an audience. So enjoy.
Good morning, Paramount School of Excellence. Hi, I'm Mrs. Washington, and I'm pretty sure that you all have seen the ISTEP video. It was fantastic. Love the dance moves from the students and the teachers. It was just fantastic. But what you don't know is all the drama, all the tears, all the laughter and the excitement that goes into making an ISTEP video. There was a little drama, just a little bit, between Mr. Fry and Mr. Knox. At first, things started out really well between Mr. Knox and Mr. Fry. We're going to show you some video footage of when times were good.
Hello, Carlos. How are you doing today, Chief?
Good, Mr. Knox. What about you?
Hey, not too bad, man. I've been hearing some really good things about how good your behavior's been going on. I'm very proud
Mr.
of
Knox,
you, man.
Mr. Knox,
Yes,
they're
sir.
making another dance video for ISTEP. I'd love for you to be my partner, man.
I think
Really?
that would be great. Dancing partners.
Hey, let's do it then, baby.
Let's start practicing.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, so now I'm going to pass the microphone off to Mr. Thomas, Paramount's second VJ, because he's going to talk about some of those rougher times. I'm not really good at those types of things. Mr. Thomas?
Good morning. This is Mr. Thomas, the second VJ for the morning ISTEP announcements. Things weren't always good between Mr. Fry and Mr. Dre, and we have some footage where things fell off.
Everybody dance, they do that thing, but this
You ready? Okay, so it's just like one step this way, one step this way. No. You gotta stay side to side, man. Side to side.
No, Mr. Knox.
Wait, no, you got this, man.
Hey,
Mr. Knox. No, man. It's left it's left to right.
I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore, Mr. Fry.
You can't quit.
I quit.
I'm gonna quit.
I quit. I can't do all this stuff. I quit.
Mr. Knox! Mr.
No,
Knox!
I quit.
Now, immediately, the aftermath, I wanted the story directly from Mr. Knox. I wanted to know exactly what happened. What happened between Mr. Knox and Mr. Fry?
Hello, students. I'm here with Mr. Knox, our school's assistant principal, and I'm here to ask him about the disagreement he had with Principal Scott Fry. Mr. Knox, what are your thoughts, and will you ever be back with Mr. Fry and his dance team?
So Washington, just not right now. I really don't feel like answering any questions. It's to a point where I just don't want to answer that question right now.
Mr. Knox, this will be really, really quick, I promise. Just really, really quick, please.
You heard of Marshawn Lynch from the Seahawks.
I have.
You don't answer too many questions in interviews. I don't want to answer any questions.
You're not
right now.
Marshawn Lynch.
No question.
Anyway, I didn't want to get just one side of the story with Mr. Knox. He wasn't very verbal anyway. So I'm going to talk to Mr. Fry, and he's going to give us a little bit more insight into what happened. Mr. Fry, I'm curious, as the reporter here for Paramount School of Excellence, and I'm pretty sure everyone, all of our listeners and viewers want to know exactly what happened. Why were you and Mr. Knox so passionate about this video?
Well, first off, if Mr. Knox is out there listening, I want you to know that I care about you. That just because we had our disagreements doesn't mean that at some point we won't dance together in the future. I think that that's important to say. Yeah. And, it just came down to two people who take dancing very seriously. I'm many things. I wear many hats.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a principal.
Mm-hmm.
I am a husband.
And a good principal and a good husband, I'm sure.
Thank you. And a father.
And a great father. I've seen Oscar.
But I would say the first thing that I want to be known for is a dancer. So, I felt like Mr. Knox had more to give than he was putting forth, and I just maybe went about it the wrong way.
It takes a big man to be able to admit when he's wrong, Mr. Fry, and I'm sure the students and Mr. Knox, if he's listening, can appreciate just that sincere apology, because that was an apology, wasn't it? Sort of.
It was an apology, but it's still a request for a little more to be left on the dance floor.
Mr. Fry, you are a great dancer, and I can understand the passion behind it. I didn't know you had moves like that. Where'd you learn those moves?
Well, that's neither here nor there, Miss Washington.
So where does that leave you, Mr. Fry? Because I noticed that you and Mr. Knox are not in the ISTEP video?
Well, I mean, it's part of the reason why I did the interview today. Part of this is me wanting to come clean on the story behind the video, but also campaigning to Mr. Reddix. We had committed to have to have our dance moves to Mr. Reddix in video form in 2 days. Well, with the breakup, it wasn't possible. So today, I want to publicly announce the campaign to add the video clips of me and my new dance band, ISTEPBoy 3+1.
That's awesome. So this is an appeal or to Mr. Reddix. Mr. Reddix, are you out there? I hope you're listening. This is for you.
That's right. This is an open request to Mr. Reddix to take a look at the band that we've put together. And I know that it can't be done for applied skills, but Part B, multiple choice, is what we're looking to do. That gives Mr. Reddix about a month to do the editing, the dubbing. And students, if you see Mr. Reddix in the hallway, give him raise your hand and make that request that you want ISTEPBoy 3+1 in the multiple choice video.
We have obtained some exclusive footage of ISTEPBoy 3+1's dance practice. Now this has not been seen anywhere yet. So for the first time, you are going to be a witness to this great new dance group.
The first member of ISTEPBoy 3+1 is Colin Hippolyte, a Paramount 8th grader.
We gonna groove tonight. Let's groove. Get you to groove. It's alright.
The second member of the dance team is Brian Rockingham, out of Miss Solly's 2nd grade class. And last but not least, the female member of the dance team, Trinity Willis, also from Miss Solly's 2nd grade class.
To his surprise, Mr. Fry really had some trouble adjusting to his second dance team. We're going to go behind the scenes with a little video footage of one of the practices. Let's watch.
So,
You guys.
I got this, but after we go here,
It's your boy D-Lo.
So
what are we doing?
I'm King.
is
And I'm about to deal with something new for y'all.
They
So
can't
everybody
get
dance,
like
they
me.
do their thing.
Look though, so I'm here,
Bet you can't do
I'm going to go like this.
And then-
Bitch can't whip like me.
but don't I flip up?
No, not
Yeah. And then you're just like this?
Hey, turn on.
Yeah, now you're like this.
Bitch can't whip like me.
Can't really rock like me. Can't sexy walk like me. Can't hit the corner like me. Hey, bitch can't drop like me. Can't hit the folks like me. Can't name like me. Can't do no shuffle like me. It's like, no, bitch can't do it like me.
Just stop it right
Bitch can't do it like me.
Because he's not doing all of it, right?
Bitch can't do it like me.
Oh yeah, he's not stopping. He's not doing all of it, right?
No, right now I'm not doing any of it except this.
Mr. Fry, I must add, though, you came down pretty hard on Mr. Knox when he was underperforming. You showed no grace or mercy for him. But in the earlier footage with the group and yourself, you looked like you were a little behind them. What do you have to say for that?
Wow, Mrs. Washington, you cut to the core.
I do it every time, and I do it well.
I appreciate your professionalism. You pull no punches.
No, I don't. And neither do you.
Well, I'll take full responsibility for that early performance. I'm not where I want to be, and what I can tell you is that I'm gonna work through this. I'm gonna power through this, and I think in this next clip, which was about a week into our workouts, you'll see a transformed Mr. Fry with bolder and crisper dance moves.
Can't wait. Thank you, Mr. Fry.
While rocking hands.
Hey, turn on. Hey, turn on. Can't really rock like me. Can't sexy walk like me. Can't hit the corner like me. Hey, bitch can't drop like me. Can't hit the folks like me. Can't name like me. Can't do no shuffle like me. It's like, no, bitch can't do it like me. Bitch can't do it like me. No, bitch can't do it like me. No, bitch can't do it like me. No, bitch can't do it like me. Bitch can't do it like me. Put your right leg up, left leg up, sit down like you're sitting on the stairs. Left to the right, left to the right, left back in the media, stand up, twerk.
Yeah, twerk.
as you can see, we're leaving you today with some unanswered questions. Question number 1, the Morton riddle, and what does ISTEPBoy 3 + 1 mean? The next question, will Mr. Fry and Mr. Knox repair their broken relationship? And the last question, will Mr. Reddix edit the ISTEP video and allow the new dance team to have a part in it? This is Mr. Thomas signing out. Make sure you stay tuned for the next edition. Got a pen? All right.
It's pretty good. What do you think?
Yep.
I didn't mean to keep you late.